It won't be same day reading, but we can schedule it, but you'll get the discount, okay? And so we're going to do mutable, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. And let me explain what mutables are. The mutable signs are flexible, adaptable, and restless for movement and change. They are able to see life from many perspectives, making them great communicators. They represent the breakdown before the next season begins, so there's a touch of chaos to their nature. By element, they are Sagittarius, fire, Pisces, water, Gemini, air, and Virgo, earth. Okay? So let's see what we got in store for our mutables. For our mutables. Wow. What in the hell? That is crazy. Stay. I'll let it stay. Alrighty, so my mutables, my Sagittarius, my Pisces, my Gemini, and my Virgos. Alright, where we getting ready to start with? Alright, so we're going to start off with Rebel. So basically this says, you got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit. Okay? Winning. You've got a good thing going. Don't ruin that shit, okay? Hey, loves. All right, so this is for Sag, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo, my mutable signs, okay? You might be feeling like you're not in a good space right now. As far as relationship, job is concerned, overall, just feeling like you deserve better. And, you know, it's just so horrible, everything that's going on in your life, with your partner, with your job. And, you know, unbeknownst to you, you know, your spirit and your ancestors are saying that you got a good thing going. You know, don't ruin it. You know, winning. You know, so let's kind of reevaluate how you feel about the situation, whether it be your relationship, your job, circumstances, projects, you know, things that you're trying to pursue. And you feel like, you know, you're above it, you're better than it, you can do better. Just taking it for granted. You know, you've got a really good thing going, and just don't ruin it, okay? Next, we've got stop trying to change people. That shit never works. You do you. All right? Stop trying to change people. It's inevitable. You only have control over yourself. You cannot control other people. I don't give a fuck how many candles you burn. I don't care about none of that stuff. Overall, you can only control yourself. So just stop trying to change people, okay? Next, we're gonna move to Soul's Journey, and this came up in the last grouping, the fixed signs, doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Once again, we don't know everything. Surrender to the divine. You know, allow things to play out. You know, sometimes we need that air of doubt. We need that cloudiness a little bit. You know, and you have to move through fear. You have to move with faith and understand that the answers will come to you. You know, your ancestors, your spirit guides have your back, and your inner knowing, your inner guidance. So it's okay to not know. And it's okay to have doubt, and just to let that doubt and that, you know, that air of uncertainty just like linger. You know what I mean? It's okay to just kind of be in a space where we really don't know what's going on, right? I like to compare that that space, you know, where we really don't know what's going on. We don't know if we're coming and going. We don't have the answers to the Matrix, the movie, where Neo was kind of like stuck at the train station, and he was coming and going, and he couldn't get out of the train station. Like, there was no way out of there. It was just like he was kind of stuck, right? And just so all he could do was just wait for things to play out and situations to play out, and he was able to get out of there once other things came into the environment to change, the catalyst for change, okay? So, you know, I release the need to know all the answers, right? Just keep moving, just keep swimming, right? Next, we've got guilt. And again, this is for my mutables, my Sagittarius, Pisces, Geminis, and Virgos. Guilt. I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. No matter what it is, no matter who it came from, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, especially negative, nasty thoughts like you're ugly, you can't do this, you know, you'll never amount to anything, you'll never complete anything, you won't do anything, nobody loves you, you know, all those crazy beliefs and thought processes that we've collected over the years, you know, and held on to, you know, with low self-esteem and low value and lack of self-love, okay? So it's a new day. We releasing guilt. We've all done things to people. You know, if you're able to make atonement with them people, apologize. If you can't apologize to them people, you know, write a letter, burn it, release it, right? But we're not going to continue to hold on to guilt and shame of things that, you know, happened in our past, and we're not even the same person, right? And that's up to them. If they want to take the apology, that's up to them. If not, you did your part, and that's all you can do. And just move on, you know. Everybody's not going to accept that you're a different person, and that's okay. That's not for them to accept. That's for you to accept and for you to know that you're a changed person, right? So guilt, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. It's got to go if you want to move forward, right? And for self-care, we've got to watch a movie, you know, just kind of relax, chill out. If you've been working kind of hard, and I'm pretty sure Sagittarius, Pisces, Geminis, and Virgos, y'all work hard. All right, so just kind of kick it back, watch a movie, cuddle with somebody or your pet, whatever. Just kind of relax. And maybe you just wanted to do it by yourself because the next card says alone time. All right, so maybe the childhood movies, I like to kind of kick back and watch movies from when I was a kid, or, you know, movies from back in the day or whatever. Movie binge, you know. I love Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, like The Hobbit, I will binge watch those by myself. Let's see what we got here. The Lover's card reversed. And so I talked about self-love earlier, right? And so it comes up again with the Lover's card literally being reversed, right? So make sure, you know, my mutable signs, that you guys are focusing on self-love, right? Because you can't love nobody else if you don't love yourself. My Sagittarius, my Pisces, my Geminis, and my Virgos, all right? So focus on self-love. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And Gemini is on that card, and Gemini represents duality, right? In all aspects. And so we're looking at self-love, the duality of that. If you love yourself, you can love other people. If you can't love yourself, you can't love other people. There's literally no way. There's no way, because you have nothing in your cup. If you have nothing in your cup, then how can you give to somebody else? All right, so just start focusing on caring about yourself, loving yourself, paying attention to how you talk about yourself. Talk to yourself nicely, right? How you take care of yourself, how you treat yourself is how others are going to treat you. So if you don't care about yourself, if you don't put extra effort into loving yourself and showing people that you love yourself, and that's on so many different levels. That's on your appearance. It's on how you carry yourself, how you communicate with people. You know what I mean? Treating others based on how you want them to treat you. And that shouldn't be, you know, an ultimatum or, you know, because other people in the world are fucked up, you're going to treat people this way. No, you continue to be you, and you treat people the way how you want to be treated, and it's gonna rub off, right? The frequency is gonna be a ripple effect, okay? So all of that has to do with self-love and boundaries. Y'all know I'm big on boundaries. Boundaries is self-love. Maintaining boundaries. If you tell somebody no, if you ask somebody to do something, they continuously do it, what are the repercussions of those boundaries? Are we going to continue to allow people to be habitual line crossers, like Charlie Murphy and freaking Rick James on the Dave Chappelle show? You know what I mean? Like somebody just continuously crossing that line, and they know that that's something that you don't like, or have been talked about over and over. So make sure to cross those lines, and it may get ugly. People don't like when you stand up to them and maintain your boundaries. Whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Job, relationships, people like to take advantage. Sometimes they don't even know, and sometimes they do. But it don't even matter at this point, because we're going to maintain our boundaries. That is a part of self-love, okay? So remember that. Self-love. Looking at things at face value, that's also what Gemini represents. So we're sitting here not looking at things for what they are. That's why it's hard for you to self-love and self-accept, because you're not looking at things, you're not looking at the reality. Right? Look at the reality of everything. Accept everything that's going on in your life, good or bad. Right? What is it? N-A-M-E-N? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right? So we need to be looking at our lives in real life here. And seeing what's really going on, the good and the bad. Money, finances, relationship, write everything down, the good and the bad. What do I want? What can I do better? What can I change to make these things better? What part can I play, right? Don't worry about what your partner can do, what anybody else can do. Worry about what you can do to change or help with that paradigm shift. And others and everything will change around you. Trust. If you focus on just yourself. Next, we've got the star reversed, Right now, you're not even really putting any type of manifesting power, any positivity into your dreams. You're really, feels like you're almost giving up on your dreams a little bit, And this is my Sagittarius, my Virgos, Pisces, and Geminis, right? And we literally pulled the Lovers card for Gemini. So that was pretty cool. Oh, and we've got the Temperance card. I didn't even get at that yet. Which is Sagittarius. But yeah, don't give up on your dreams. They're still attainable. They're still achievable. It's just, you've got some work to do, and the number one work that you have to do is work on self-love, right? And work on stop trying to change other people and worry about yourself, right? And understand that your situation isn't as bad as you think it is. This says you got a good thing going. Don't ruin it, okay? So your situation really isn't as bad as you think it is. I think you're just being a little bit dramatic right now. Okay? There's sacrifices that have to be made. Yes, you've got to work hard for the things you want, but it's not the end of the world. And you're in a better position than most people if you really look at it and take a different perspective of your situation. You're in a way better perspective and way better situation than you think you are, okay? And just think about that. Thank you, sweetie. What did I say? Yeah, thank you. The same to you. All right, so our dreams are still attainable, y'all. And then, of course, we've got Sag in here. So we pulled Sag and Gemini in the cards for the Mutable Signs, right? Temperance, again, ancestors, spirit guides are here with us, walking with us, and we're just ignoring all their signs and their messages. They're giving us the way, they're guiding us, they're giving us the affirmations. We're literally hearing the affirmations of good things about ourselves, but you won't repeat them, you won't say them out loud. You won't do no mirror work, you won't look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself great things. Like, you've got to do this, right? And you've got your ancestors and your spirit guides backing you up. Sagittarius is fire, right? Fire is giving you that passion and drive that you need. And not only that, not even talking spiritually, lean on the people in the real world, in the physical realm, whether it be on the internet, whether it be, in person. Lean on these people that are supporting you. You've got people in your corner that want to support you. Maybe you felt like you didn't want to ask them for support, or you feel like it was putting too much on them, but they literally are here to support you. There are people that come into your life that are here to just guide and support. They're like literal angels or spirit guides, right? So just keep in mind, you may have Oh, wow. I joined this live by accident. That's dope. Yeah, I'm doing all the modalities. This is actually the last group. I've done the cardinal signs, which was the Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. I did the fixed signs, which was Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. And I'm doing the mutable signs, which is Sag, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. All right, if you want to know what those mean, just check my last post, and it'll kind of give you an understanding of why those signs are grouped together. All right, but yeah, you're getting signs, you're ignoring them, your ancestors, your spirit guides are here, and then you've got spirit guides in the physical form. True angels on this planet that have come here to help you. And they don't want nothing, right? But they're your guides in the physical form, so just kind of don't miss that, okay? Next, I've got 7 of Wands, reversed. 5 of Pentacles, reversed. Ace of Cups, reversed. And this will be available for the replay too, y'all. Okay, I'm going to leave this up on my Instagram page. And I want y'all to understand that you should definitely look at the reading based off your sun sign and your moon sign if you know it. For instance, my sun sign is Capricorn and my moon sign is Taurus. So my sun sign is cardinal and my moon sign is fixed. So see how those interplay, even your sun and your moon sign based on these groupings and these modalities and how you operate in life, right? 7 of Wands, this came up in the last reading. Just self-check, being self-aware of how you're interacting with people, how you talk and communicate with people. Just be a little aware of your surroundings and how you're coming off, whether it be at your job, relationships, romantic with your partner. We may be giving off a little frequency and really don't even realize it, but just observe how others are responding to you, okay? If you're not really familiar or you don't have people to tell you to check yourself, or if you're an arrogant person or an alpha person or just kind of stubborn at the moment, or people have been telling you how you've been and you really don't want to listen to it, this is kind of like a vibe check, like, hey, get yourself together, right? So just kind of pay attention how people are responding to you, and you can kind of figure out what's wrong, or just come out and ask people like, hey, do I seem a little off to you? Or, what's going on? We just seem a little different in our, interactions, and see if they'll tell you. And if they do, listen, just kind of listen, yeah, that's all I can say about that. And then we've got 5 of Pentacles. So this card represents upright as Lord of Material Trouble. So this is not a good card upright. This is actually a good card reverse. This means that all of the troubles that you were going through, it could be financially, it could be health-wise, job, anything as far as anything in the physical realm, it's going to turn around. You had some trouble, you had some turmoil, some really rough change, right, in the physical realm that you just didn't know if you were going to be able to make it, right, and get through it. But it's over, or it's coming to an end, right? It's about to end. Any health issues, any health scares, just kind of, if you had to go to the doctor, make sure you're following through with what your doctor told you to make sure that you stay out of that danger zone of whatever the problem is. You know what I mean? If you haven't gone to the doctor, I would recommend going to the doctor just to kind of be cautious, to see what's going on. Anytime I pull this card, I just kind of like to think about that. I mean, it is reversed, but it's always good to get a checkup. But we're coming out of rough times. We're coming out of hard times. If you was in a rocky spot in your relationship, if y'all really trying to work on it, communication, and build and trying to meet each other halfway, it's going to get better from here. We're kind of out of that rough patch. Maybe at your job, you really didn't like what was going on. Maybe you and your boss had some type of friction, and you stood your ground, or maybe you were off a little bit. I don't know, but we're all coming to an understanding here, right? We're all coming to an understanding. Everything is starting to kind of balance, and it's going to lean in your favor moving forward, all right? With that being said, we've got Ace of Cups reversed, all right? We don't want this reversed. We want this upright. Expressing yourself, You know, if you want to continue to come out of this turbulence, you've got to learn how to articulate yourself. You've got to learn how to express yourself productively, in a productive manner, via art, journaling, you know, communicating with people, just opening up. You know, stop fighting your emotions, stop fighting expressing yourself. And maybe it's because you were never given an opportunity by people around you, your environment. You always had to kind of shut up and not really express how you feel. You know, maybe your significant other never really cares about your emotions, which is kind of sad if that happens, but you know, hey, things happen. But now is the time, come up out of that space, and it's an opportunity for you to be heard. You know what I mean? Your heart chakra's open, your throat chakra's open, and your solar plexus is open. And that allows for creativity and communication and self-expression, right? And if you've been following my shadow work program, or you have my shadow work program, for those of you that are new to my channel, if you want to click the link in my bio, I got this guide, you know, for shadow work, and it helps you kind of work through trauma and identify things that you need to kind of release out of your shadow so that you can be the best version of yourself. So, I mean, if you're working on shadow work, you know, the floodgate is going to open. The emotions are going to come anyway, right? Yeah, let me see if can I pull anything out of this. So, yeah, this is deep. This was great. I really don't have anything else to pull out of these cards, right? So, how y'all feel? I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. And with that being said, that I've addressed all the modalities, I'm going to pull a message from Tarot for everyone collectively, from my Urban Mystic Tarot and this Hermetic deck. All right, just a simple, I'm going to pull one card. No, we're not doing that card. It came out too many times. Just some simple, a last little message for everybody. What we need to be reminded. Damn. No, just pull that card. Let's do this again. My rings are like sliding on my fingers. All right. One more card. What's the last message? This one flew out. Okay, so what are all these sevens? Good God. Oh, wow. Okay, so I've got last message for everybody. Seven of Swords reversed. A lot of sevens come up. And then we've got my card, handwritten, change, 555, but it's reversed. So it's just an overall reminder, and it seemed like that kind of was the theme of all of the readings anyway. Seven of Swords, it's got Moon on here, and it's got Aquarius on here. I talked about us, you know, taking on that Aquarius perspective, that thought process of just looking at things at a different angle. This is Lord of Unstable Effort, upright, right? So this is actually a good card reversed. Upright, it's Lord of Unstable Effort. So this means that... it's pretty much telling us that could continue to move forward and to put effort and to put consistent effort, because upright, this card is Lord of Unstable Effort. So we want consistent effort. We don't just want effort here and there. We try, and we want something consistent on a consecutive basis, right? In everything in life, relationship, job, working on yourself. You know, just we need more consistency in our life, in our behaviors that we're trying to change, right? And stop fighting the change. Stop fighting all the change and the transition that's coming to your life. Let it flow. Let it flow, all right? Go with the flow. Everything's going to work out. Change is inevitable. It has to happen in order for you to be where it is that you want to be, right? All of this is because you want this. You know, these are your desires and your manifestations. And so these changes have to take place. So the more that you go against them and fight the change, you know, the longer it's going to take for you to get to where it is that you want to be, right? Right? So I hope you enjoyed this. Just like I was saying, if you're interested in the one-on-one, DM me. Normally it's $168 an hour. On Thursdays it's $68 an hour, and I'm actually doing 30-minute readings on Thursdays too. Okay. Saturday I will continue on with my shadow work program. I've done all of the denial stage, all the questions. We're moving on to the projection stage in shadow work. There's 4 stages. So we're on the projection stage, and it's going to be the first question. So sometime Saturday, I'll let y'all know. I'll be live, so make sure to check that out, okay? All right. Talk to you later. Have a good night.